have some evacuation orders that are in effect right now in Placer and El Dorado counties. The Mosquito fire is burning near the Oxbow Reservoir in Placer County this morning. Mandatory evacuations are in effect for Volcanoville, according to CAL FIRE. It hasn't yet spread into El Dorado County. So far, it's burned 948 acres and containment is 0%. Last night, it was burning towards Forest Hill. On your screen, you can see the area is now under mandatory evacuation orders, including Volcanoville, Michigan Bluff, Gorman Ranch, Chicken. We'll continue to update you on the latest from this fire. You can stay up to date as well by going to our website, which is ABC10.com. ABC 10's Devin Truby is live in Forest Hill with the very latest there. Devin.
Well, we're here at Incident Command where fire officials tell us they're gearing up for what potentially could be multiple days of firefighting here in Forest Hill off of Mosquito Ridge Road, which is why they're calling it the Mosquito Fire because of the Ridge Road name. Now, this fire has doubled overnight for us. Again, those evacuations in place for multiple areas, including Michigan Bluff, Gorman Ranch, Chicken Hawk, Volcanoville, and a warning for Baker Ranch. This fire has gotten closer to Forest Hill.
It really depends on the weather and the cooperation of the winds. Right now, we're still in this massive heat wave of temperatures, way over very dry, and vegetation is very receptive.
Vessel tells us they are bulldozing in communities and digging those protective fire lines already. But with so many fires throughout California right now, this crew will continue to work throughout the entire day. They'll be changed out tonight once more people arrive. They're making sure they have plenty of breaks and water available. Officials believe that this fire has likely already grown in size, but they won't get a better look at it until they can take a helicopter up this evening and see the size and everything that's growing. One indicator that they believe it's spread is all the smoke that we see around us. It means the fire's getting more energy and burning through more, so it just continues to grow up here, Walt.
Yeah, obviously, because of your mask, obviously, the smoke is thick in the air. Officials are asking us to do, all of us to do something today, even if we're not near the fire. What is that, Devin?
Yeah, well, we've gone with the mask just because the air quality up here is at the very tail end of the scale, which, we've seen in our meteorologist's map. But officials tell everyone, whether you're near the fire or not, don't do anything with any grass cutting today because you will absolutely spark a fire. Just with how dry conditions are, that would include barbecuing or anything else, just common sense knowledge like dragging trains. Let the resources be used to come up here to fight the fires and not have to be used on some kind of everyday things.
Yeah,
There's going to be another update tonight at 7 p.m. We should have a better estimate for acreage than Walt.
Sounds good. Devin Truby is in Forest Hill with the latest. Okay, air quality, an issue there. Thank you, Devin. And because of the Mosquito fire, people living in the greater foothills area can see the smoke, smell the smoke. ABC 10's Monica Coleman spoke to Air Quality Control about how it is impacting residents.
Smokey and I have COPD.
Smoke from the Mosquito fire drained overnight into the greater foothill area. Roger Jenkins lives in Auburn and says he plans to stay inside to avoid the harmful air. But with the statewide heat wave, he hopes people follow the guidance of the Flex Alert since he can't open up his windows due to the smoke.
Well, I'm watching television, reading a book, and playing video games. And I hope the power doesn't go out.
As the morning goes on and the temperature begins to warm, Ann Hobbs with the Placer County Air Pollution District says her team will know whether the smoke is going to disperse, but as of now,
anywhere from hazardous to very unhealthy to maybe even moderate in the outlying area. So it's very smoky this morning.
Stay indoors is the guidance, but if you must go outside, Hobbs says you should keep yourself safe by wearing a mask.
And if you're going to be outside, an N95 mask is going to be the appropriate mask. Cloth masks are not the same, so and surgical style masks are not the same. They're not going to protect you as well as a fitted N95 mask.
has burned through Southern California, and now officials say it is taking lives. 2 people are dead and another seriously injured, and police believe it's because they were trying to get away from the fire.
It appears as though the 2 victims that were found inside the vehicle were trying to flee from the fire.
Authorities believe the victims were from the same family, but they cannot be positively identified based upon the condition in which they were found. A 3rd person was rescued outside of the burned vehicle.
There was an additional adult female victim that was severely burned during the fire, and she was transported to a local hospital where she is expected to survive.
The Fairview fire began as a 20-acre brush fire in Riverside County, California on September 5th, but quickly grew to over 5,000 acres. More than 1,500 homes have been evacuated, as 5,000 buildings are potentially in harm's way. So far, at least 7 structures have been completely destroyed, and many others damaged.
It was clear that the fire was outpacing our ground and air resources.
As of September 7th, the Fairview fire was only 5% contained. This is Inside Edition Digital.
With breaking news out of Placer County, evacuation orders are now in place for Michigan Bluff, Gorman Ranch, and Chicken Hawk. This is linked to the Mosquito fire burning near Oxbow Reservoir in the Tahoe National Forest right now. Look at this dramatic video. Placer County deputies say no buildings are threatened right now, but they are being careful. For those of you who have been in that area, you know it is hilly, rugged terrain. We will bring you updates on this fire. We're going to stay on top of it. We're going to bring you updates as we get them on air and online at our website, abc10.com.
Give all praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Rakakadash Abanos to the elders and apostles and the men in truth on down from the truth and knowledge. For why Yahweh Shem Yahweh put in the spirit of the elders and apostles and the men in the truth on down with his truth and knowledge. Call Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Rakakadash. Give all praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Rakakadash relating to California fires, different parts. 3 videos as it continues. This is an example here, Lake Tahoe, related to clouds and also forced evacuations as the fire continues. Mosquito fire burning, also relating to the videos. ABC 10, let me see. ABC 10 Inside Edition and ABC 10 again, talking about, you know, the fires that are burning, the mosquito fires, Lake Tahoe fires. Also evacuation, recent update of forced evacuations relating to the spread of the fire. One said it's only a very low percentage of contained, so and the air quality is very poor in those areas. So they encourage people to wear a mask, as one of the reports says, man, because the air quality is very poor from the intense heat and the fire. We'll get some scriptures. Wildfire. It's gonna be a short one here. Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? So the fire is being set upon earth, man. The Lord is sending. Think not that I come to send peace, but a sword, man. Think not I come to send peace, I say nay, division. So the Lord is sending the division. He's sending the sword relating to judgment. He's also sending the fire, and he's also sending that vibration, different elements of judgment relating to the fires that's being set and kindled upon the earth, because the Lord is beginning to what? Visit the earth which he has made, man. So this is an actual physical fire, and from a spiritual aspect, a little mixture of elements of the vibration that the Lord is bringing upon the earth, man. Let's continue on. I will send a fire upon the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the places thereof. So that's that fire upon the judgment, relating to that. And part of that was the fires, man, that was set. Hebrews 12:29. For our Lord is a consuming fire. So that's literally. So the Lord is a consuming fire, literally, man. The last one was Amos 1:10, and this one was that was 12:29 of Hebrews, talking about the Lord is a consuming fire, man. Go to Isaiah 29 and 29 and 6. Thou shalt be visited by the Lord of hosts, which is an army, with thunder. These are different things. Thunder, relating to storms, thunder, lightning, with the earthquake. We've seen a lot of earthquakes. Relating to 2nd Ezra 9, talking about there should be earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So you see the uproars of the people, and you see earthquakes all over the world, different places, man. You should hear wars and rumors of wars. You should hear wars and rumors of wars. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. For there shall be earthquakes, famines, pestilence in different places. For these are the times of sorrows. That's Matthew 24:6-8. Read this up. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, with storms and the tempest. The storms go with the lightning, thunder, tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. So the Lord, that's that physical fire that the Lord is sending. You see wildfires across the west. You see floods from the northeast, from the central area, down the south. So the Lord is visiting with water and fire, man, in different forms of judgment, because the Lord is beginning to what? To visit the earth which He has made. For many great misery shall be in the latter times, because they walk great in pride. Part of these misery are different elements that the Lord is using, man, such as earthquakes, such as thunders, storms, floods, devouring fires, man. That's part of the tools that the Lord is using, man. The tools or instruments of cruelty that He's using related to judgment, man. We'll get one more. But the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and idolaters and all the liars, these people would relate to the certain characteristics of people that are in this world, shall have their part in the lake of fire. That lake of fire is on earth. That's going to burn on earth, man. Which burneth with fire or brimstone is the second death. That relates to the missiles. Go to Revelations 11:14, man, for example. For the second woe is come, and the second woe has passed, and the third woe cometh quickly, man. That's Revelations 11:14. That relates to the missiles, man. That's what that's talking about. World War III, man. But this is something short. One more. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, idolatry, are set, for example, of suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. And that eternal fire was the fire being sent, man, down on them for their wickedness, man. And that was so that city was burnt completely with that fire, man. That being said, this is something short. I hope it helps. And give all praise. Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Rakakadash, brother Zayah, which means wolf. I hope it helps. Shalom.